very excited to see them today. So if you could kindly turn your attention up there towards the front of the building. There you go, right up there in the front. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that when our bride and groom come through, you guys give them a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased and excited to announce for the second time in U.S. history, please put your hands together for Rachel and Max Miller. All right, up there shaking the group thing already. Ladies and gentlemen, they're ready to have a good time with all of you tonight. But before we do that, we're going to ask for Uncle Sanford Klein to please make his way to the stage for the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei bari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi chem min haaretz. Amen.
Thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, I that night. Wondering where would I be without you in my life? Everything I did just ignored. What's so sweet, so many ways to stop. Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop. Thank you, baby. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Just like sugar sunshine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, yeah.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Their first taste of sweet love as husband and wife.
Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop. Thank you, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, take your seats, and we're going to turn the mic loose. And we're going to start off tonight with our best man. So, Chase Foster, ladies and gentlemen, if you would give him your attention at this time.
Dangerous giving me a mic. Oof. All right. So, hi everyone. For those who I haven't had the opportunity to meet, my name is Chase Foster, and I am one of Max and Rachel's classmates. And we actually met 3 years ago in Jerusalem in our first year at Hebrew Union College. And I got very lucky because I met an amazing friend and roommate who, even though I was the old man in the house, has become someone who I look up to for guidance. You're exceedingly intelligent, tackling every challenge you face with ease. You are sensitive and compassionate, always willing to listen and offer advice when I or anyone else needs it. Your athleticism is amazing and helped to make every Shabbat sport fun, and of course, the hoisting of that golden HUC Cup possible. Our class is still to this day the only class that beat the faculty in the annual HUC faculty student soccer game. Never gonna live that one down. You are always supportive of whatever team in which you take part, such as our endeavor to collect all of our Agarot Israeli pennies from the entire year and turn it into a glorious bottle of liquor celebrating our year in Jerusalem. And you're generous with your time, always happy to help a friend or classmate with their work or a stranger on the street. And then there's Max. Max, if only you had known the entire time that Rachel was the perfect roommate Simon and I always wanted. Max, you're smart. You're not Rachel smart. You're sensitive and compassionate, but are you as compassionate as Rachel? Okay, maybe actually that one, you might actually win in that case, it's all right. You're athletic, but do Maryland intramural and Jewish day school sports match up to Rachel's NCAA pedigree? I don't know, man. And you're supportive of the team, but there are only 2 people here who scored in that great soccer game of 2013, and you're not one of them. Right here. Yes. And look, I know that Rachel never showered at our place, but Max, I smelled your gym clothes and room. Did you? Max, the entire year, maybe you were the 4th roommate that Simon, Rachel, and I almost wanted. But in all seriousness, Max, I couldn't have asked for a better friend these past 3 years at HUC. Your intuition, honesty, authenticity, humor, and bro hugs have been a blessing for me, and I know that they will be as well going forward for everyone that you meet, the Jewish people in the whole world. And a toast for Max and Rachel, to both of you, going forward in your beautiful journey. Love you so much. Mazel tov. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next we're going to hear from our maid of honor, Carly Valfer. So ladies and gentlemen, please give her your attention at this time.
You're fine. Hi, everyone. I'm Carly Valfer. I'm one of Rachel's bridesmaids and the maid of honor. And I also met Rachel and Max during that incredible year in Israel. It was very special to watch them experience love at first sight. Those of us around them knew that this was a relationship that was going to last. And I, lucky enough, had a front row seat. As that year progressed, Rachel and I became besties. While many of our friendships changed upon returning to the U.S., our friendship only strengthened, and Max was along for the ride. When I returned home, the phone lines burned up between Rachel and I with so many texts. I would say on average, we text back and forth 10 to 12 times a day, maybe more. When Rachel texted me during the Passover Seder that they were engaged, I squealed. And my entire family looked at me with great looks of confusion, as they couldn't believe that I was texting under the table, and that Rachel, a rabbi-to-be, was also texting during her Seder. And then Rachel bestowed upon me an enormous privilege when she asked me to be her maid of honor. And that began another adventure. Our texting increased tremendously about everything wedding, as if we didn't already talk way too much about everything else in life. And then it was time to plan a bachelorette party, which Rachel had said she didn't want. That was never gonna happen. But the thing is I had to plan it without telling Rachel. And that was extremely hard to do because I basically tell her everything. Max and Mrs. Klein were great helps in this. The bachelorette party was immense fun and a great surprise to Rachel. There is a fantastic video of all this. And over the course of all of this, I also found a wonderful friend in Max. And that brings us today, the best day of all. I wish them both a lifetime of joy, happiness, love, and lots of children. We will all be invited to the first bris. And while Max has become a special friend to me, Rachel has not only become my best friend forever, but she is a true blessing in my life. I know that this is the first of many simchas that we will celebrate together. I love you both so very much. If you could all raise your glasses and join me in toasting to Max and Rachel, I wish you a life of happiness, joy, and lots of babies. Mazel tov.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our best man and maid of honor. And now at this time, we'd like to ask for the father of our bride, Jeff Klein, to please take the stage.
Mandy will kill me. All right. Welcome, everybody. Whoa. Hey, thanks for everybody coming out. And before we start the toast, just wanted to say special thanks to Deb, who arranged all this over a 15-month period. So all those individually decorated wine bottles, she did that. Just realized that they were full at one point in time. She had a lot of help, though, from folks in the crowd to empty them. All right, so nearly 3 years ago, when Rachel and Max were in Israel for their first year of HUC, Deb and I went over there for about 2 weeks. And when we arrived, Rachel told us that she'd been seeing someone in her class. Although he forgot to officially ask her to be his girlfriend, he did make up for that with the fifth question at a Seder in 2014. So when we arrived at her apartment, she said, "I've been dating this guy, and I think he might be the one." And Max, unwarned by Rachel, told him that he could we're going to meet for a drink later. He thought a drink. We were on vacation. And we went. We were out 3 or 4 hours or so, 4 pictures, shots of Akko. And we got to know Max really, really well. Rachel just sipped her 2 Cuba Libres during that evening. Since then, we've spent a lot of time with Max and Rachel, and, they're awesome. So, one of the comments that's really come out, Deb told me, she goes, I could not have made a better husband for Rachel out of the spare parts in the basement if I tried. So Max, just a little warning. With every compliment, there's a little warning. So when Rachel was 3, she was up there playing with her Barbies. She had the little house, the little convertible Mustang, and a bunch of Barbies and such. And she had Barbie and Skipper in the front 2 seats, and there just wasn't room for Ken. But, Ken wanted to go along for the drive, so she stripped Ken down naked, strapped him to the hood, and was pushing them all around on their, daily drive, I guess. So I don't really know what that means. But I'd say hold on tight, because you two have an amazing and special journey ahead of you. So I'll make some noise for these two. And lift your glasses. Mazel tov.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the father of our bride, Jeff Klein.
Actually wasn't prepared for this. The only thing I have to say, brown shoes, brown belt. Black shoes, black belt. I was telling Max earlier today, and some of you might have heard me say this last night, marry the woman you love and love the woman you marry. That's my only advice, and I think I should get the mother of the groom up here to say a couple words with me, but she said no, she doesn't want to. She's shaking her head. I actually had nothing planned because I thought I had made my speech last night, but I am totally thrilled to welcome the new Mrs. Miller into the family. And at some point in time in the future, maybe a bunch of little Millers will be coming in after 2017. And that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the father of our groom, Mark Miller. And at this time, we'd like to ask for the bride and groom to please take the floor for their first dance as husband and wife.
כשאני רואה בחלוני את שמוריק לך וגם לי, אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. השמיים כחולים, ענן לבן, והבוקר בהיר, ובלילה אשן, ואחלום לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. וכל צבעי הקשת יפים וחדשים, פרוסים אחרי הגשם על פני האנשים, והים כה יפה וקל לי כל כך לומר שאני אוהב אותך. והנה תינוקות בוכים במיטה, מה שהם ילמדו לעולם לא אדע, אז אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. וכל צבעי הקשת יפים וחדשים, פרוסים אחרי הגשם על פני האנשים, והים כה יפה וקל לי כל כך לומר שאני אוהב אותך. השמיים כחולים, ענן לבן, והבוקר בהיר, ובלילה אשן, ואחלום לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Rachel and Max Miller. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask for the father of our bride to return to the stage or the dance floor for a father-daughter dance with his beautiful daughter. gentlemen, put your hands together for the father of our bride, Jeff Klein. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we have somebody who did not want to come to the dance floor earlier for a toast, but we're going to call her out there now. Cheryl Miller, the mother of our groom tonight. Let's have her out there to the dance floor.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my
Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Miller. Let's put our hands together and give her a nice round of applause. All right, now this next announcement is going out to all the ladies out there. We need all the ladies to the dance floor at this time. So we're gonna give her a countdown, ladies. Let's start off with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way up in the front there, and we have a winner. Put our hands together for her, ladies and gentlemen.